Hi, my name is Drew Courtney and I'm the Director of Communications at People for the American Way. And I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk to our activists and supporters all over the country to let you know what we're doing between now and November to make sure that progressives have a successful election day. We've organized our work into four main issue areas. The first is the one that's traditionally most closely associated with People for the American Way, and that's our work exposing and countering the agenda of the far right. That's the work we do on our rightwingwatch.org site. There we have a team of researchers and analysts who are writing every day about the activities of the far right and how we're seeing Republican politicians pander to extremists on issues all across the spectrum. The second issue that we're working from is really an outgrowth of that work, and that's our Latinos Vote campaign. In recent years, we've seen a real uptick in the vitriol and even violence of the rhetoric that's been directed by Republicans and right-wing activists against Latinos and immigrant families. And we realized we needed to do specific outreach to those communities to make sure that they were equipped with the information they needed to hold Republicans accountable on Election Day. The third category of our work is around the Supreme Court. We always talk about how the Supreme Court will be shaped by the elections we have every other year at the federal level. But what we've seen this year is that the Supreme Court itself is an issue that can shape the election. Americans have grown exhausted with the extremism that we've seen from 10 years of the Roberts Court, and they're angry about the obstruction that we're seeing from Republicans in the Senate who refuse to give fair consideration to President Obama's nominee to fill the seat vacated by Antonin Scalia. And the last category that we have is our work pushing back on the Republican war on women. Again, this is an area we singled out for special focus because we've seen a real uptick in the violence and vitriol of the language and the policies that we've seen directed at women, their reproductive choices, their economic choices, and their ability to participate in our society. On all four of these issues, we're pushing hard to hold Republicans accountable for their extremism, and we know that these are issues that can help move voters to show up on Election Day and hold Republicans accountable by punishing them at the ballot box, by making sure that they lose key elections. And throughout this work, we're also continuing to counter right-wing attacks on voting rights, religious liberty, campaign finance reform, LGBT equality, and more. We know that these issues can make a difference, and we're really focused on doing as much work as we possibly can on these issues. But we can't do it without your support. So thank you so much for all that you're doing to help make sure that this election is one that progressives can be proud of, where we can say that we rejected the hate and bigotry of Donald Trump and his extremism, and we can say that we truly scored a major victory for the American way. Thanks so much.